Potato talking about the ghetto. Oh, what's love got to do? Got to do with it. What's love? Hey guys, it's John. Welcome to the first ever live stream this year. Yes, you guys, welcome back to my live stream. This is the first stream of the year. So, I hope you guys are having a great day and welcome to my live stream. This is the first live stream of the year and I'm doing another Q&A and I'm here to answer your questions. And before I'm going to start off, there are two things I want to tell you. The first thing is, if you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you miss any videos, click on the notification bell, give me a thumbs up, comment down below if you guys like to see any videos in the future. And second of all, and before I want to start off some questions about you guys and even about where have I been in the last week during the holidays, well, let me tell you, before I start there, if you don't know, yesterday I was watching one of the YouTubers, the Scratcher Spot. I just saw his live stream yesterday, and you're not gonna believe he just made $500 on a $5 bonus multiplier ticket, and that was so crazy. Like no one has ever win $500 on a $5 ticket. If you don't know, I did win was a $500, but on a $2 ticket. But that was like 2 years ago. All right, so I'm still trying to wait for anybody. All right, hold on, guys. I'm just trying to get. All right, here it is. Yeah. So if you guys don't know, I'm just glad because if you guys don't know where have I been a week ago, I was just out of town. But I'm still trying to wait for anybody who is joining my live stream, and I'm just watching some little clips and stuff, and then after that, maybe I'll get a chance to meet. I'm still trying to wait for anybody to be here and tell you guys everything. All right, it's still 4 minutes and it's an hour live stream. I'm starting to get everything. I'm starting off the year with 4 minutes and nobody hasn't even got it yet. I mean, I'm still trying to wait for anybody who's joined. So I'm just waiting for anybody to be on stream. Just waiting for Gotcha Tells, Easy Scanner, Scratcher Spot, or anybody else. All right, let's see who is here today. Okay, so let me tell you guys what's going on tonight. Now, if you guys want to know why I haven't, all right, we got Gotcha Tells. Hello, Gotcha Tells. Welcome to the live stream. So, as you guys wanted to know, where have I been last week? Well, if you guys don't know, I haven't done a live stream last week because I was out of town going all the way to Fresno, California. Now, if you guys haven't seen my shorts last time, where I show you guys like I was heading on the road, I left on Christmas Day at 10:30 a.m. and we started headed on the road, and it was kind of quiet, and it's a good thing there was no traffic on that day. And one thing, we were trying to find places to eat, but every restaurants are closed because my mom really wants is a Subway sandwich. And then we stopped at Amarillo, Texas, and we stopped at a Love gas station, and then there was only one Subway sandwich place open, and I got her a sandwich. We decided to cut it in half because I wasn't even that hungry. We brought a lot of food for ourselves that we got from parties and stuff. And then after that, we made it to New Mexico on a sunset, if you guys haven't seen it. And we made it there. It was only like an hour early after we crossed through New Mexico. It was a very good one, but it was kind of dark, and we see a lot of lights and houses around. And then we stayed at the city of Gallup, and we stayed at one of the hotels that my brother recommend because he is a member of the Marriott Bonvoy. Now, how many of you ever been a member of Marriott Bonvoy? If you're not a member, then maybe your family is. Let me give you guys this question. Who is the who is a member of the I was also at California. Oh wow, really? Gadgetels? Oh wow. So what were you doing What were you doing in California, Gadget Tales? All right, here it is. I was at Disneyland. Oh yeah, I mean, it's only been like 15 years since the last time I ever been to Disneyland. That was like I was still in middle school. It was on a spring break and my brother was still in high school and my parents took us to Disneyland and it was a very good entertainment, but we left like around 8:30 p.m. because we were so hungry and we decided to go out because a lot of food around in Disney is very expensive, and I don't recommend like if anybody who saves a lot of money, you can do that, but it's a lot of money when it comes to a lot of expenses. And then one of the most things you guys don't know is that like when and then on the next day, now the only thing is the good news is we get breakfast at the at one of the hotels that's part of the Marriott resort Marriott members, and then we get free breakfast, we get eggs and everything. Ever thought making full video ships with songs instead of shorts just to see how it goes, or is that harder to do and edit? Well, I'm thinking of that, but the only thing is my phone is already full of storage because I have so many apps and so many other files. But it's going to be really hard because I decided to think is it's time for me to get myself a new phone because like I had this phone for only 5 years. I'm thinking of getting the iPhone 17, but it's going to be a lot harder. So I'm going to get myself going for the 14 or 15, and then a few months later I'll figure out how am I going to switch those phones for a iPhone 17 because it is a lot harder. Ever thought of getting one phone for personal using the other for your videos? Well, it is, but it's gonna be kind of hard. I mean, if I had an iPad, I would use iPad for work or anything. I mean, anybody who gets a lot of Apple gear, they always use that for like for their own work or other personal stuff. So I will have to think about that, and I'll think about what kind of phone I have to get soon, and maybe I'll put that for the next vote polls. Now, one of the most things if you guys don't know, uh, so NFL season is over, and I am very sad and upset that my favorite team, the Dallas Cowboys, won't be able to go to playoffs. They had a rough season. We've been going like a roller coaster. Like most of you always say, like life is like a roller coaster going up and down. And one of the most things you guys don't know, here's something else. Now, like I said earlier, so we left our hotel at 9 a.m. and we hit on a road and then we made it to Arizona and I showed you guys like the big mountains and stuff. And then we stopped at a gas station in the city of Flagstaff and it was like a very good like lumberjacks and everything. And then we hit on the road. We see so much forest, so much stuff. And the only thing is, there was no snow. And I mean, the last time I ever done a road trip, it was with my parents and one of my uncles who was like from my mom's side, and we had a good time because I took a plane all the way to California last time because the reason I went to California 8 years ago is like I have a godfather who just had a birthday party and I decided to go there. I bought my own ticket. I decided where it was a tuxedo to drive to go over there. And even at the airport, they're telling me, "Why am I wearing a tuxedo?" And I tell them, "I'm going to a birthday party." And I only had was a one-way ticket because I didn't want to get the going back ticket because I don't even have that kind of money. It was only a little bit so I can explore more around the states. And even like last time, I did go to the Universal's Hollywood Resort or the Hollywood, yeah, Universal's Hollywood theme park. One of the most things you guys don't know, I seen like the behind the scenes of American Ninja Warrior where they're doing like all the obstacles where a lot of competitors to win $1 million. And I did see American Ninja Warrior last year, and then I already saw who became the new winner is Kai Beckstrom from Utah and the new next generation firefighter who just became the champion, and won $250,000. And now he's engaged. He's about to start a wedding soon. And I really enjoyed watching that. Now, as I was saying, and we got through Flagstaff, and then let's say like 2 hours later, we made it to California, and it was another hour early. And we got through like we were supposed to get through was this with this security. They say we had to like claim so many stuff, but the only thing, but it was a good thing is like there was nobody there because of holiday. Have you watched Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey? Well, I didn't see the full movie, but I did see Red Dead Meat channel, and he did show all about the clips of all the movie of the Blood and Honey. And let me tell you, that's really scary, and I would not watch it. I saw how it had happened, and it's kind of crazy. Like, how is that possible that a bear turns into like a human, but then he gets like so much honey, but then he gets blood around? It's so kind of creepy, and it's kind of scary for anybody who ever seen that. And I mean, I do remember I had watched was this movie about Winnie the Pooh, but this time it's all about Christopher Robin. And this is about like the originals, all about where Christopher Robin was young and he met Pooh. And then after years, he got married, has a daughter. And truly, he's been like so overworking himself. He's like a workaholic. And then he always wants to do is wants to spend time with his wife and daughter. But then even like one of the guys always having. Okay, what about the Bambi horror one or the Neverland one? They're making a whole universe of Disney horror because they're in the public domain. Well, the only thing is that like I did see was like while I was going to the movie theaters, I do remember there was like a poster that they're putting that is Bambi, a horror movie. I remember one time while I was heading over to watch was the Smurfs. But now, let me tell you guys, I did watch the third movie of Avatar. And let me tell you, that is the most epic one so far. And I mean, it's been like the last 16 years since they first made it in 2009. Now, I didn't know about the first one from the beginning. I mean, it's good, right? Yeah, Gotcha Tales. That was epic and everything. No, I mean, I did save enough money to watch it, and it was a very good, epic movie so far. If anybody haven't seen it, go to your nearest movie theater, or even people always say they get to watch it like they're trying to find free movies and to watch it, and that's kind of crazy. I mean, that sounds like kind of like trying to do something cheating and stuff. But nah. Now, as I was saying on my trip, and we were driving around, I finally saw Zootopia 2. Oh, that's good, man. I mean, I just saw it on Black Friday, and that was a very good movie. I mean, it was my brother's idea. I wanted to watch it later, but then he said he wants to watch it morning. What about the Avengers trailer before the movie? Well, I did see it. I mean, I thought it was already over. I mean, it's been like only like 6 years since like the last movie, ever since like Iron Man passed away, and now X-Men is gonna come over and help them out. It's kind of crazy. And I even seen like we already lost one of the one of the amazing actors who played as Black Panther. It's crazy. Now, as I was saying earlier, now we made it to California and we decided to get something to eat, and we stopped by as at one of those gas stations, and then my dad wanted was a Carl's Jr. and there was one and then it was already closed. And then we decided to get like I got myself and my mom with some DQ, but let me tell you, it was a lot of money. $30 I spent on that big meal. That was crazy. Even 10 and even a lot of money for a sandwich at Subway. I mean, let me tell you, California has a lot of prices really high. Anybody who lives there, it's very expensive. And that's how why I moved here in Texas, because like growing up in California was kind of different and everything. And even like I've seen so much and everything. Now we drove all away, and then we experienced the deserts, a lot of roads, and we seen the military base and everything around. And even we did was like we made it to Bakersfield. It's like a very good city around and everything. And then we were heading over to get some gas, and then My brother called and he said he just arrived at the airport. We were supposed to go pick him up, but he got here so early and we were like an hour away to Fresno. But one thing, he got us a hotel to spend only 2 nights there, and we hit on the road and we found the hotel, and we were trying to wait for my brother, and we asked him where's his rental car, and then he's saying that it was my dad's car, and then that's like we he wants to drive us there around. And even like he said he's going to take us to one of those burger places, but like for me I wasn't even that hungry because we had too much food on the way, so that's why I didn't want to eat a lot. And then we explore around the streets and everything, and then we spent the night. And let me tell you guys, one of my experience so far, and I've done this for a very long time, sleeping and sharing the bed with family members all night. And let me tell you, it's been annoying that my dad snores a lot in a very long time. And I'm not lying. He really snores a lot. And I feel like, oh man, that's crazy. And I've been like turning around and everything. And just like I just don't feel comfortable sharing a bed with somebody because it's just too uncomfortable. I just feel uncomfortable sharing with someone with a bed. I mean, it's kind of creepy. I mean, it's like I've seen on Family Guy, like where Peter had trouble falling asleep ever since like Lois got into an injury around her neck or back because Peters has been moving around, and then Lois got was one of those twin beds. I know how that feels. I put headphones on when that happens. Well, I mean, I used to have those earplugs, but then I've lost it already, and it was kind of crazy. I just always do is trying to find a solution so that if he stops snoring, then I'll go get some, and then I get sleep. Now, the only thing I've thought about getting another room, but it's too expensive and it's gonna be too much to share a room. And then we woke up, we had breakfast, like always, and then one day we were supposed to go to the hospital to see my grandpa. But one thing I didn't notice is that my grandpa have already got out of the hospital and got himself back to normal, but he has to go to a dialysis because he's still having some trouble with his body and everything ever since the incident 2 years ago. And it's kind of hard for it, and it's really hard for his health too. But he did lose a lot of weight after that. And then we meet some of like one of our family members, and then my dad's saying that he has like stepdaughters and stepbrother, but it's just like ever since like my actual grandma passed away like 2001, and I don't remember that much because like I've been so young. I don't remember that much a lot since like memory. Sometimes I always know, sometimes I don't. And we did was like we checked with my grandpa. He's staying at one of those hotels that was part of the government hotel he's staying at. And then after that, we get to explore some other cities in California. We picked my grandpa up, and then we decided to have dinner at In and Out. Like everybody really enjoys In and Out. And then after that, we went back to my hotel, and I went to one of those gyms inside the hotel so I can do some exercise, do some cardio, and do some weightlifting because I need a lot of exercise because I'm not feeling very good. All right, here's Easy. Hello, Easy. Welcome to the live stream. And by the way, Easy, I really enjoyed your last video. Was the compilation of the best 2025 videos that I really enjoyed. Was the one where you won $600 on one of the Florida lottery drawings, and that was crazy. I mean, and then the best one so far, you won $1,000 on the $30 ticket. Thanks, brother. All right, you are very welcome. So anyway, let's move on. And as I was saying, and then it was a Sunday, and we decided to leave the hotel, and we decided to do before we had to go. We bought some boxes of water because we're gonna get really thirsty on the way at a local Walmart. But the only thing is, what I didn't know is that once I bought the water, they say California recycle fee. There's something to do about like where a lot of things that California always do. They do like a lot of law changes when it comes to buying recycle bottles and stuff. And then we say goodbye to my grandpa and some other family members. And then we decided to drop off my brother at the airport because he's about to head out and then has to go back to work on Monday. And my brother's going to be going to work tomorrow because he's heading to Tampa tomorrow. And then we decided to get some little snack from Carl's Jr. one last time, and then we hit on the road. We got some we had food and everything. And one of the most things I really enjoyed, the best food I really like so far, is Chester's chicken. Now, if you guys remember my shorts where I told you guys what is Chester's chicken, it's one of those chicken restaurants. If you guys only had to see it outside on the road and when you're heading on a road trip, they have the best chicken so far. Comparing to all the other chicken places, KFC, Churches, and Popeyes, you guys got to taste it and everything. So we were heading on the road, and then we made it to Arizona like 6 p.m. because it was supposed to be 5 p.m. over there, but then we changed an hour late and we headed on the road. And we were supposed to stay at Flagstaff. However, my brother just called and he said it's going to be a lot of money. So the only hotel that is available is all the way to Gallup. But this time we had to get a different hotel because we couldn't stay at the same hotel. And we got into our hotel just after midnight. And we were still exhausted. And we only had like 7 hours of sleep. And after that, we had some breakfast and we hit on the road like around 8:30 or almost 9 a.m. We got gas and we hit out and we made it to Texas at 2:30 p.m. and we got some lunch. And I told my dad, it's like, if he's still a little tired, maybe I'll drive to the next town so that he can get himself back on track. And that's what I did. We stopped at one of those little towns and I decided to drive on my way to like 50 miles away to the city of Memphis. And after that, we drove all the way and we made it back to my house at 10 p.m. And let me tell you guys, it was a very exhausting day. And then I feel okay. It was kind of okay, like seeing everything. And I wanted to go a lot of fun places, going to casinos and stuff. But my parents say they just always think about church and everything. But I really wanted to go there because like I really wanted to have some fun time. And then my dad said he was going to take me and my brother to the Table Mountain Casino Resort in Fresno, but he broke that promise. And let me tell you guys, one of the most things about promising, everybody has to keep their promises. I mean, one of the most things I didn't tell you guys that last year, it was on like April, or yeah, somewhere like around April. My brother told me he was going to take me to the FC Dallas game in Frisco, but and then a week later he had his work cut off. He has to go to work out of town, and that really upset me. I mean, I don't like when my brother breaks a promise. He always cares about work instead of keeping a promise. And then I had to go to that soccer game with my oldest brother. Now, believe me, guys, breaking a promise is not good. Everybody has to keep your promises. If anybody asks you, like, you're going to go to this place or you promise that you had to do something, you had to keep that promise and always keep that. Just like everybody. Now, I'm thinking of trying to do like another Bluey theory, but like I said, I need to get myself another phone since mine's is already like completely full of storage, and I'm thinking of trying to upgrade it for more storage, but it's going to cost a lot of money so far. And even here's another thing. Once after I came back from California. I did play with one of those pick three tickets on the Texas lottery, and let me tell you, I won $90 because I use these three numbers, the same numbers from two places, same three numbers from the exit highway, and the same three numbers from my hotel room, and it was crazy. And I only did 4 tries, and then on the 3rd try, I just won $90. I matched them. And I made a strategy is if you use the same 3 numbers, why don't you do is do one side, put the same numbers, and then mix them without using the straight without buying the box and stuff. I always do the straight so I can win it. I use was the straight method instead of doing the box method. And the box is you push like any it's like exact or any. Oh wow, Ize, you really enjoyed it. Oh yeah, I mean, it is kind of crazy. I mean, like anybody who really knows how to play the game, it's all about strategies and everything. And even like now, since you guys seen one of my shorts of the lottery winner, since I did show you guys I won $158 on the Lotto Texas, where I almost hit all 6 numbers. I mean, that's my second win so far. I mean, the first time I ever won $150 on the Lotto Texas, that was 2020 during our hard times in COVID when COVID hits. So it is kind of crazy. And I'm still watching some like more Netflix and Disney Plus, and I always trying to find some ideas of like what other ships I'm doing and what other ideas. It is kind of complicated too. So I have another request, and I'm doing this next video where one of the other fans, and let me try to find who it is who requested. Give me one second. Okay, here it is. Here's the fan request, and I got this friend request from Alice Sue 25, and she asked me to do. Can you post more about what it's like being a parking lot attendant? Well, I will do that because I think I'm going to do because I'm going back to my regular job tomorrow. Now, the only thing is the school doesn't start until Tuesday for the students, but for the staff and teachers, they start tomorrow. So I'm only going to have like a half day because like we're only going to be doing meetings and stuff, and then I will post about what it's like working as a parking lot attendant. So it's like I do my daily routine. So I will do is like explain to you guys what it is and everything. And I mean, being a parking lot attendant is always about trying to take responsibility and follow orders, and even it's stress free too. And I'm working like I said before. I told you guys in the beginning. Did you watch the last episode of Stranger Things? Ize, I don't watch Stranger Things. I mean, I'm only watching like other shows that are like very good. I mean, I'm watching like 2 shows that were from CBS are SWAT and NCIS. I'm watching on Netflix because sometimes like I want to watch it on CBS on TV, but sometimes I get so busy with work and doing other responsibilities and everything. It even something to do with like I still got to get due taxes. I got to get myself a new passport because mine is about to expire soon. I'm gonna have my high school reunion coming up, and my family wants to go to Europe, to go to Milan, Italy, Barcelona, Spain, Paris, France, and Portugal. And I mean, it is a lot of money, but it's all about trying to figure out how am I going to make a lot of money. And I'm like halfway to get to 1,000 subscribers. And if anybody wants to become a member, I'll figure out how am I going to do it. I mean, I don't want to be so greedy and everything. I always want to do is be honest and everything. I mean, people always do that. I mean, I've seen on the Loud House, and I even seen on SpongeBob SquarePants like two characters always be so greedy. I mean, I always see how Mr. Krabs always be so cheap and always be so greedy. He doesn't even care about anything. So one of the most things I did make a lot of I did make some short ships to make some very good ones. Now as I heard from earlier from, let me see who it is, from Free Space. Yeah, I mean, I know making a full video of ships can be good, but it's gonna be a lot of work trying to do some ideas, trying to make some good ideas to make the ships. So so anyway, so as I asked you guys before from earlier, I asked you guys who is a member of the Marriott convoy member. Now, I told you guys before, like I said earlier, that my brother had been giving us one of these hotel rooms because he is part of the member of the Marriott convoy. That's that's part of like the Marriott where you guys always go get one of those hotels that are access partner of Marriott, and he has been part of like, let's, I forgot what kind of member of the Marriott he has been. I mean, he always get the gold, platinum, and now he gets like one of those diamond or oh, elusive member. He became an elusive member ever since he joined his job at Avocados for Mexico. But one thing I haven't even told you guys is that he was on CW33 for an interview for Avocados from Mexico, where he shows like how he incorporates guacamole using all the avocados. Plus, he uses poppy instead of using lime juice. I mean, let me tell you, I did learn how to do one time making guacamole from scratch. I always use avocado, I use tomato, I use onions, cilantro, and I always use the lime juice because I always had to make a very good thing. And then I put a little bit of salt because I don't put a lot. I always put a little bit of salt with good flavor. I mean, sometimes a lot of people always want to make a lot of things like savory or sweet. So, who really enjoys guacamole and who really enjoys avocados from the company Avocados from Mexico? And if you guys don't know, my brother gave me as a symbol of his work. He gave me a power bank, and it's from his company. Let me show you guys what it is. Avocados from Mexico, always good. Yep. Yeah, he gave me this like a few years ago, and it's a rechargeable battery anchor. Yeah, that's good. I mean, this is like an anchor, it's a fast charging power bank, and I had this for only a few years. And even I have another power bank. And give me 1 second. Let me show you guys the power bank. Give me 1 second. Always good to have one of those. Now, this power bank, I got this when I was working for Amazon as a delivery driver, delivering packages and stuff. And the reason why I got this because they do this special pick season where once the holidays and everything, whoever becomes the first one to clock in, they get to decide to choose which what kind of electronic or any appliances they want. And it was hard for me to choose, so I decided to choose is a power bank. Now this power bank, if you guys don't see, it has like a solar power, so it can light up for a sun or it can light the sun so that it gives you a lot of energy too, so that sometimes I can charge it normally with my battery and everything, or when there's sun, it gives me a lot of energy, so it will charge up fast. So it's really crazy too because it has a compass and it has a flashlight. Pretty cool, huh? are very good, and you guys can get those. All right, we only got 20 minutes until the live stream, so let's keep going before 1 hour is over. Okay, so let's see how do you guys do on the holidays, because like I really want to do is get back to work because at home is so kind of good. And I mean, I did have a very good New Year's Eve party too. I mean, like now last year's New Year's Eve was not so very good because one of my brothers were out of town, and my other brother he got really sick, and he was supposed to join, but he got really sick because like he's been overworking himself all day, and I keep telling him, don't overwork yourself, focus on your health, and always get a lot of sleep and always have good nutrition. I keep telling him a lot, but every time he always tells himself to just keep going and everything. But I always know if anybody who works too much, try to calm yourself down, relax, don't overstress yourself when it comes to work and other important stuff, okay? And I mean, I don't stress myself at work. I mean, I always have good, stress free. Everybody really enjoys, and all the bosses and everybody at work were really nice to me. And I mean, I've been working for a parking lot attendant, and it's been a year since I started working there. And I mean, I had troubles trying to find different jobs, but now working for the school district was good. And like I said before, I work for the high school parking lot attendant and a hall monitor, because not just being a parking lot attendant, I also work as a hall monitor, and it's my job is to make sure all the kids get to class, no one skips, and no one should be doing any type of craziness, and everybody has to be in school when they arrive on campus. Everybody should go inside. No one should be hanging out outside, or anybody should be in their cars doing tailgating and stuff. So it's important for everybody to understand to always be school on time. And if anybody's late, we always had to tell, and we have our radios so that we can do is like we had to call one of our principals, administrators, and one of our security guys to check on anything. And just like what happened since like the fall semester started, I witnessed two students were exiting one of our exit doors because these big doors, because if any student who opens it, they had to do a crime consequences, because that's against a crime for opening for exiting a big door. It's an emergency exit door, because they might get a ticket or even they might get suspended. And one of the most things I've heard is like they call this in school suspension called the alternative school, where they go to the school where their windows are completely locked. There's a lot of discipline and everything. And people think it's like they have one of those Catholic schools and everything. And I mean, I'm Catholic, but I don't go to like one of those religion schools. I always go to a public school for a very long time because that's how everybody does. But even like growing up, my brother and I do like after every Saturday morning shows, we go to this like rutina. It's like those little Saturday schools that we always had to do all about God and everything. And I mean, I've always have faith in heart. And that's how everybody wants to follow from God's words and everything. So let's see who else is here. I mean, like we only got 15 minutes until the stream is over, and one of the most things I will do is like I heard there's going to be another Super Mario Galaxy movie. There's going to be another Mario movie, but it's Super Mario Galaxy. Now, it's been 2 years since I did see the actual Super Mario movie. About like you guys already seen it. Like we've seen like where Mario and his brother go to the Mushroom Kingdom, and that's where they meet Peach. Peach was originally from New York, and that's how she grew up with with the toads in the village of Mushroom Kingdom, and she became the princess. And that's how everything. And even they finally defeat Bowser, and now it's gonna be Bowser Jr. It's kind of crazy. Like I never seen like how does Bowser even have a kid? I seen the trailer of the next Avengers movie. Looks cool. Oh, okay, that's true. But the only person who really enjoys Avengers is my brother. I mean, he always watch it. I'm more into a Transformers guy because I always enjoy Transformers since like my brother and I always have that growing up. It's like everybody always say, "What is your favorite toy growing up?" So, what are you guys' favorite toys? Yes, Transformers is cool as well. Oh wow, that's great. So what else do you enjoy, Easy? I mean, so what's your next idea for your next scratch off video? I mean, like I really enjoyed that you made very good big money so far, but I haven't seen any big monies at all. And I mean, I'm thinking of trying to win big money, probably a messy mixer video. Oh yeah, because I've already seen those a lot of times, man. And I mean, winning the lottery can be really tough. But here's the thing. Why don't you watch like during after the videos, why don't you watch like one of those shows I was watching on TLC and HGTV? I mean, on HGTV, I always like to watch this show called My Lottery Dream Home, where the host gets to travel from all over the country to meet a lot of winners who are lottery winners, casino winners, some sweepstake winners, and even I've seen that's a great show. Oh yeah, and I mean I even seen like on the My Lottery Dream Home there are some people who not only win lotteries and stuff. I mean others who get inheritance, and I mean I don't care much about inheritance. I always care about like be with the family and everything who really know about heart to heart. And then I even seen like one of those episodes on My Lottery Dream Home where they went to Florida to meet an elderly woman, like she's like 60 years old, and she said about like she got what's like a huge compensation reward after like she was like one of the victims of some type of car accident, an incident, something to do going on, and she finally paid her bills and the car, and now she finally got herself a house, and that's how Dave helps her find her dream home. And one of the other shows that everybody wants to have to win the lottery. It was this show called The Lottery Changed My Life, where a lot of winners always tell like what they did with the money, and even like they want to get mansions or Ferraris, Lambos, or a lot of luxury brands. But to be honest, I'm not that's not my style. I mean, if I ever want to find a place to live, I would go for a regular house because like it's too much of taxes with mansions and stuff. And even if I want to buy my own land, it's going to be a lot harder to make with so much with property taxes and stuff. And even build my house, and I really if I want to have a house, I would go for a 4-bedroom house, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, have a swimming pool, a kitchen island, and I don't want to go like I want to go at least $300,000. That's my budget so far. And even like I'm not into those luxury cars and everything. And I mean, if I hit the huge jackpot, I would go for 2 cars, a Range Rover Sport and a pickup truck, either as a Tacoma or one of those Titans. Because it's all about the options to choose from. And if I ever win, and even like I don't want to buy like so much like everybody wants to get Gucci, Rolex watches. No. I always go every year is go to Ross, TJ Maxx, DD's, Marshalls because it's all about good discounts and good money. It's all about saving money because I always enjoy saving money a lot. And even I would put it in the stock market, and that's how I seen one of the episodes of My Larger Dream Home where David gets to meet was this woman where she made a huge can never go wrong shopping at TJ Maxx or Ross. Well, I mean, it is good. I mean, it's all about important things to save money. As I was saying, when I was watching one of the episodes of My Large Dream Home where Dave gets to meet with this woman where she says she made a huge investment and she made a lot of money doing the stock market and she made a very huge money. And they say it's something like around 15 or 10 million dollars, and she wants to get like those big houses, and she got this house like for $5 million. And I mean, that's crazy. I would not buy this kind of house out through the lake. I would not be very It would be really stupid to spend that kind of money. It even I seen like where Dave gets to meet her again, but this time she wants to get a beach house in Florida, but not so big. Let's just say somewhere like around $300,000. And believe me, it is very expensive living in Florida, California, or other states that has a lot of big houses and stuff. It is kind of crazy too. So, anyway, so we only got let me give you guys 5 minutes because yeah, give me okay. All right, give you guys 5 questions before the live stream is over. And I mean, I had to get myself ready for bed too because it's already getting late. I had to get myself ready for work and everything. You know how it is. I mean, if there's a holiday, then I would stay up all night, but it's important to give ourselves a lot of sleep. And I mean, I'm not going to get a break until Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And I'm going to be going having some breakfast with some coworkers. All right, man. Come on, guys. Let's hurry up because it's already getting late. You ever been to Florida? I mean, I've already been there twice. I mean, like I said before, I've been to Florida in 2015 to go Orlando and Tampa, and I went second time in 2024 with my family to go to Orlando again. You ever play $100 Texas Lottery? I've done that before 2 years ago. I mean, it was kind of hard to win. I mean, it's really hard, and I've only won one ticket when they first released it back in 2022. Was one of those original tickets, and it only gave me $150. And it's really hard, and that's why I don't want to like spend really crazy on that. All right, anything else? The favorite Transformer. Well, I've seen it since childhood a lot, over and over again. And I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoy is Optimus Prime. Is like one of those Freightliners, and I mean, my dad has been a semi truck driver for a very long time since we first moved here. Like it's only been like 20 years since he became a semi truck driver, and I have gone into his semi truck for a long time, and even like we traveled, like I said before, in 2021 on summer I traveled with him with my mom to the East Coast First time going to see Tennessee, Virginia, Baltimore, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Washington, D.C., Atlantic City, and Delaware. And that's how I really enjoyed his Optimus Prime, because that's part of like my dad really enjoys his semi trucks. That's how Optimus Prime is always the leader and always the superhero of the Autobots. All right, man. Give me two more questions before it's over. I mean, we only have 4 minutes left. So I'll say Optimus Prime is my favorite. Where would you like to visit the most outside of the US? Well, I really wanted to visit is Japan. I mean, Japan is a very good place. I really like his anime, their culture. They really had some very good Japanese cuisine. They have very good animes too. And that's a very good one. I mean, I really like to do that. All right, one more question. I repeat, one more question to finish the live stream, okay? And this is the last time. I mean, I would really like to go to Japan. I mean, it's a very good one, but it's like hours late over there. And I'm gonna, because people always say is like when there's hours late, your body changes. Sometimes when you get so sleepy or waking up so exotic. That's how like I've seen like when my like 2 years ago when my parents traveled to Europe, they called me like it was 12 p.m. here, and then they called like 7 p.m. over there. All right, here's the last one. Favorite cartoon character or anime character? Well, for the anime character, I would say is Goku from Dragon Ball Z, because he's a very good guy and he's a very strong fighter. And cartoon character, I would say I really enjoyed is Mordecai from regular show, because he is a really good one and he always says fist pump. And that's how it is. Well, there you have it, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap this up, and thank you guys for coming. And I want to say Happy New Year for all of you. And that's it for today's live stream. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you miss any videos, click on notification bell. Give me a thumbs up if you love this live stream. And comment down below if you miss any videos. Always click on the notification bell. And I hope you guys have a great day. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.